What's going on, guys? I've got one mistake for you that you could be making that is hindering your fat loss. Believe it or not, the mistake I'm talking about is actually not eating enough food. It's literally eating too little, and therefore you're not losing as much fat as you would like. Now, obviously whenever you're trying to lose fat, yes, you need to be in a calorie deficit. You should be eating 250 to 500 calories less than your maintenance number of calories. That means that you should be eating less calories than you're burning, but only in a certain range. You shouldn't be going too far under that, because that's going to hinder your fat loss. If you're eating about 250 to 500 calories less than your maintenance, you should be looking at about 0.5 to 1 pound of fat loss per week, which is very steady fat loss, which is really, really good. Because remember, you don't want to be losing fat too quick, but you also don't want it to be too slow. So in that range is about right. Now, what happens when you eat less than that? Let's say that you're eating 1,000 calories less than you are burning. Your body basically goes into starvation mode. It basically says, oh my god, I'm not getting enough food, I'm not going to be able to put on any more fat, I'm not going to be able to sustain myself with what I'm getting, so I need to hold on to as much weight as I can. I need to keep this fat that I've got stored already, and I need to make sure that it sticks around, because that is going to be my reserve, because I'm not getting enough food, okay? So that's what happens. You literally go into starvation mode. Your body thinks that you are potentially dying because you're not getting enough food, and obviously not that extreme. You're not actually dying, obviously, but because you're eating so little calories, the weight that you are holding and the fat that you are holding is super important to your body at that stage. And so it basically says, I'm not going to lose any of that, I need to keep that as much as possible. Now, the other bad thing about this is that what happens then is your body actually takes its muscle and burns that before it burns fat. So at the end of the day, you're losing weight, but your fat is staying, you're losing muscle, so you are still losing maybe some size, but the unwanted fat, the thing that you are really trying to lose, this is the whole reason that you're in a calorie deficit, it's not actually going away because you are eating too little. So what you need to do is you need to calculate your maintenance level of calories and then come up with a appropriate number of calories that you can eat that is less than that number. Let's say that your maintenance number of calories is 2,000, okay? I would say that, for starters, eat about probably 1,800 calories, alright? That ideally puts you in a 200 calorie deficit. And now I say that because, in my opinion, it is better to be eating on the higher end of the scale in terms of fat loss, in terms of weight loss, rather than starting off at a 500 calorie deficit. What that simply means is if you start off at a deficit that is only about 100 to 200 calories and you find that you can lose weight, that means that when you eventually plateau, because it will happen, your fat loss will plateau at a certain point, you can then cut some more calories, but you're not cutting down so deep that you're going towards that starvation mode. Imagine that you went, your 2,000 calories maintenance and you went straight to 1,500. As soon as you hit a plateau, you need to cut back down to 1,400 or maybe 1,300, and all of a sudden you're on the very, very, very low scale of amount of calories that you're getting in. Whereas if you start at 1,800 and you find that you can lose weight, maybe you get a month, 2 months out of that where you lose weight steadily, and then once you hit that plateau, you go down to 1,700, 1,600, and you're still at a reasonable level of calories, and you're still losing weight, and you can still progressively lose weight without dipping into that deep end, that dangerous end where your body is going to say, I need to keep hold of all of this extra fat that I'm holding in order to make sure that I am surviving, that I'm living life properly still, while I'm not getting as much food as I would like. Because remember, whenever you're cutting, whenever you're in a deficit, whether it's 100 calories, whether it's 500 calories, your body doesn't like to be in a deficit. Your body thrives in a caloric surplus or a caloric maintenance level. So you need to make sure that you're smart about how you are losing weight in order to maximize your fat loss and minimize your muscle loss. So I hope this quick video was helpful for you all. Make sure that you are setting up your diet properly. Don't go too far in the deep end. Make sure that you're giving yourself enough room to hit those plateaus, but then continually lose weight, move forward without getting into that negative zone where your body is holding on to as much fat as it can. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all next video.